So let's go ahead and get started. Just want to welcome everybody to the Smart Solutions Intro to Microbit session. So just like we were doing in Snap Circuits, now we're going to play with another toy. So hope you've all got your microbits out and available, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Mike, you want to let us know what we're going to be doing today?
Indeed. Indeed, we are going to cover our introductions here, have a little icebreaker, get to know you as always, continue to work together. This is a great place to network. Looking around here at our Zoom screen on gallery, consider each of us a partner and a colleague and somebody who you can bounce ideas off of nationally. We have East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Everybody is represented here. We're very excited to have everyone here. We'll get to know each other, some objectives, and then we'll do our activity. We will be working in groups again, and with a activity that you can drive on your own. And then we're all going to come back together and reflect on what this looks like in the classroom. Okay. All right, we'll go to the next thing here. My name is Mike. I'm a program coordinator senior here at ASU.
And I am Kim Reynolds, and I am a program manager and here at ASU. So let's go ahead and jump into the icebreaker. Does these look familiar to anybody? Either you may have had them, or maybe your kids had them. My kids personally had them. What was your favorite digital pet of the 1990s? You can unmute yourself and share out loud, or you can drop it in the chat. Personally, I just killed all of them. So I never really, you got to have one. A doji, okay. A fish, Neopet, Tamagotchi.
Nice.
Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi? I never did get that one right. Gotchi, okay.
Very cool. Yeah, what happens if you don't feed your pet? Or
some of them died, not all of them did. And there's 10 dogs. Yeah. Some of them didn't die though, because I can't remember which one my kids had, and wouldn't feed it. And that thing found it probably about 5-6 years later, and it was still alive. It was like sad and everything, but it was still alive. The battery was still going and everything. I couldn't believe it. I had many students whose animals didn't make it. Yeah, the kids would be like heartbroken over it. These little electronic games were a very hard life lesson. But in reality, looking at these Neopets, the little digital pets, they really were nothing more than a microbit with a bigger screen. With what you're going to learn with the microbit, you could actually program your own digital pet.
All right. Today we are going to identify parts of the microbit. We'll write a program using MakeCode and the microbit. MakeCode is the Microsoft block coding system, and many of you may be familiar with that. Educators will explore a wide range of microbit projects. We'll brainstorm different microbits with how they can assist with learning, and identify questions and challenges of teaching microbits in the classroom.
So you will be using makecode.microbit.org is the website. So you may want to just pull that up on the side right now if you have a chance. This website is completely free. There's no need for you to ever log into it. But if you do delete your cookies, your projects will disappear. So just keep that in mind. But one of the things I really wanted to point out about MakeCode, so this is where the students will go for a lot of their lessons, because there's tutorials on there, like a flashing heart and some different things. But if you dig deeper into the MakeCode website, there are a ton of resources for teachers. There's also resources on how do you convert this to Java. So if you want to do some more advanced programming, a lot of different tools and resources available. So I would encourage you to not just use this today, but when you have a chance, just go and explore the website, because as I said, there's some amazing resources out there, some lesson plans, different tutorials and things that your students might really enjoy that they don't get exposed to through our program.
Excellent point. Yeah. Yeah, consider the course that we're talking about today sort of a jumping off point so that you can encourage students to explore along a brand new path that you might find along with the microbit resources on microbit.org. We've talked about one today about using maybe a water pump or a moisture sensor for a school garden. Fantastic. Moving on. All right, we're about to go into our activity. We're going to go into breakout rooms. There will be 5 people in your room. The goal here is that there will be people to collaborate with in your room. So please, I encourage you to speak up, and you'll be able to choose a breakout room, and you'll be able to access the RISE module here at this link. We're going to drop this for you here. You can also find it on the Eventry website under our session here today. Very good. And what you'll do is you will, all right, let me take a look here at the activities that we're going to have here. So you're going to see this on RISE. This is our RISE. You start your course and you get to scroll down and get through each step of this. There'll be a warm up just like the students will see, objectives, the materials they will use, and things like this. So you'll get to see this. The thing that I would want you to see is that there's enough for anybody to do here. If this is very new to you, let's take some time here. Do the getting started worksheet. You'll do the getting started worksheet. This will take you to a PDF that will guide you through some of the basics of doing microbit. If you're already familiar with microbits, I have something for you here, the bonus feature, inputs and outputs worksheet, okay? This is not required here. It's just something to challenge yourself here today so that you can get to know some more of what's available in our curriculum as well as in MakeCode, MakeCode.microbit. All right, so we're gonna just take 30 minutes here and then we're gonna come back and share some questions and ideas. Anything else to add?
When you come back, we will have a quizzes and there will be prizes for the winner. So make sure you're paying attention as you're working through the lesson.
Fantastic.
Oh, and Joe also answered the question about students having multiple students on one device. They can download their code and save it to a driver USB and then re-upload it later to edit it. So that's another alternative if they're all on the same login. Thanks for adding that, Joe. So we're going to go ahead and let you guys choose your own rooms, just like we did in the last session. So if you want to be with other people from your district, hop in, and then we'll be calling you back at 40 after.
Hope everyone had a good time navigating here through the module here. That's a great example of what your students will see and a great jumping off point for whatever projects that you might want to do with the microbits and your students.
So now we're going to have some fun at testing what you've learned. If you want to go ahead and Sandra has dropped the link into chat, or you can join by just go to joinmyquiz.com and enter the code, and we're going to play a quizzes game.
Woot woot. Bring your skills.
Yeah, let me think out of. Yeah.
I want to know who Pancake is.
You can choose any name you want, but we retain veto power.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Would it be possible to show the code one more time? Thank you.
There you go. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys about 30 more seconds to join and then we're gonna start. I just want to hear some smack talk. Who's gonna win this? Because there is Verizon Innovative Learning Lab flag on the line.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you never know. Time does count as part of this. So the faster you answer, the more points you get.
It does.
Got to be quick on the draw.
Hey, anybody still trying to join? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, let's go. Oh, we got a mother of dragons in here now.
Mwahaha. Everybody's on the same page.
Yep, but I'm seeing all the, man, Will is fast.
Woo.
He's leading.
Okay.
Oh, now Simone,
some-
Anthony, Tamara.
Some
We
more
got a
quick
lot of
triggers.
lot
Whoa.
of fast fingers.
Look out.
Maria is leading right now at 2,800, closely followed by Ms. Yapel.
Look out.
See, everybody's getting caught with that trick question.
Ha ha ha. All right.
Okay, Will's back in the lead at 4,810, closely
Woo.
followed by Ms. Yapel at 4,750.
And Maria.
Maria's bringing up third.
Woo.
Still got people answering.
Very close. Just
This is
10
a very
points.
close game.
Whoa. Big
Oh,
leapfrog.
Anthony came out of
Anthony.
nowhere.
Boom. Sprint to the end.
Oh, and here comes
Pancake.
Pancake.
Whoa. To the front.
No!
Here comes Tasha. Woo. Way to go, Mr. V.
There we go.
Woo. All
Nick
right.
and Laura and Lois still waiting, but looks like the winner is Tasha. So Tasha, if you can
Ms.
drop,
Grant.
if you can drop your email into chat. Yeah, get excited. Drop your email in chat and I will send you a message with information and so that we can chat about getting you your prize.
Woohoo.
And Mike, I'm going to turn it back over to you now because I believe you have some reflection questions.
Yes. Nice job, everyone.
I always love quizzes. I used to play that. My kids would beg for that, and I taught high school students. And I taught some pretty rough high school students, and they love quizzes. It would be like, Miss, can we play? Can we play? And I had the stupidest prizes for them. Anytime we'd go somewhere on, like you'd go to an event, I'd get like the silly little pins or whatever, and then they were all in a bag, and the kids would draw, and they loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, Mike, all up to you now.
All right. So what do we like most about this activity? We're talking about the blinking heart or the input-output activities. Who got to program something today? All right. Miss Seisman, tell us what you've got there.
Well, I did, unfortunately, I unplugged it, but I did do it, after the blinking heart, there was another one where you could just program anything, any design you wanted. So I did a smiling face.
Nice.
That was
Awesome.
fun.
And what's the next project you want to do?
Gee, I don't know. I have to tell you, I just want to keep moving, you
Right.
know, because
Yeah.
it's too cool to stop once you get the hang of it. It's
Awesome.
really cool.
We've got someone hooked. Very good. All right. Does anybody else want to say what they liked most about the activity? Awesome. Okay, so what was more challenging? Or what do you think the students will find challenging?
I think that starting small is good for them to start on the small microbit rather than the larger screen, because it kind of narrows everything down to just what's there, A and B. And because I accidentally brought out the large one when I was just getting started, and I'm like, oh no, wait, that's not what this is. And so I just think that we need to direct them into the simplest form, and then let their curiosity take over and take it from there.
Great point. I bet Kim has something to say about that too, but the sense that the kids have their own curiosity, and they might say, you know, teacher, I would like to try this project here. Could I try and do this? And hey.
You know, the most successful lessons are where the kids take off and do far more than you ever expected them to do. And with this, I'm sure you'll see them doing that.
Yeah. And they get to they get instant feedback as well. You know, did it work? Did it not work? Oh, as I use this, this is a little bit more difficult to use. All right, cool. More questions here. What do you think your students will enjoy the most? Are there projects that stood out? We like the options to see the code in 3 different formats and languages. Yes, Angela, tell us more about that. Do you anticipate showing the code in Java or Python?
I just think for our kids, maybe that are more advanced, that's a great option for them to start to look at different languages and extend their learning into those areas.
Outstanding, outstanding. Yeah, I just I'm thrilled at the whole idea that our students might be entering high school already knowing something about programming in Java or Python. What an outstanding opportunity.
And Rebecca said her students love making dice and then playing games with the dice. Rebecca, have you ever had them make the rock, paper, scissors and then use the radio so that now they can play rock, paper, scissors against each other?
Outstanding. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, lots of ways to customize things. Another question here. What challenges do you think students will have with the activity? I think I sort of asked that one already. Kind of cheated. All right. Oh, you know, Rebecca mentioned here, usually do Candyland or Chutes and Ladders. Great point. Guess what? That is part of, that is one of the activities, I believe, in Unit 1, Unit 1, Chapter 2, Lesson 2. The students get to make their own board game using the microbit. Excellent opportunity. Here we go, some helpful resources from Joe. Excellent. All right, and what questions do we have? Thank you, Joe. There are ways to sanitize the microbits. So as you have your equipment and classes are coming in and then leaving, there's going to be some procedures. Carmelo and I were talking about ways to have your equipment ready to go at the beginning of class and then put away at the end of class, it means that students are going to need iterations and sort of the procedure has that famous teaching book likes to say, Harry Wong, right? Have your procedures in place so that in the last 5 minutes of class, the microbits and the wires go back into their respective. It's great to have some Tupperwares, just the regular old sandwich Tupperwares from the grocery store work really well for storing microbit materials, and they can be labeled, and things go back in their place. And as Joe was saying here, there's a way to sanitize them as well as part of that procedure. Other questions?
And there's also a link in there that somebody had asked a question earlier about being able to code on the iPad and then still get that to the microbit, because the challenge is you can't put a USB into an iPad. Joe dropped the link for that as well in chat. So whoever's got the iPads and had that question, make sure you check that link out.
Outstanding.
So any more questions, comments, concerns? Anybody have any great projects they've done with the microbits that they want to share?
I will say for some programs that are just getting started here, we have just recently gotten a new microbit vendor. So some of those packages are en route, and you can talk with us here through the usual channels to know when to expect those to arrive. But the answer is imminently. We have ordered microbits for school starting this year.
So if there's no more questions, we'll go ahead and give you guys about 6 minutes. Don't forget we have networking at the top of the hour that you can join. And then at 30 past the hour, you'll have your smart solutions and microbit with microbits and expansion boards. So, you know, join us for the networking at the top of the hour if you're available. If not, we'll see you all at 30 after.
Outstanding. Great to talk with
day.
you all. Thanks for joining us here today. And don't forget to complete a evaluation of this course. We can put that in the chat as well. That's a little bit late on the draw
Thanks
there.
for reminding us on that, Mike. Yeah, don't forget to do your survey.
It lets us know whether this was how you wanted it to be.